continues to keep you informed as the pandemic grows, and of course, everyone in our community continues to adapt.
Yeah, we have a lot to get to right now at noon. We begin with the newest information coming into our newsroom. First, North Carolina now reporting another triple-digit increase in the number of cases. The state now reporting 398 cases. That is up from 297 last night. And Mecklenburg County just announced 21 new cases overnight, and that brings the county total to 127. In South Carolina, they're set to release their updated numbers in just a few hours. For now, though, the state is reporting a total of 298 cases and 5 lives lost to this virus. Chesterfield County now reporting its first case. Chester, Lancaster, and York counties each reported new cases yesterday.
Some significant developments for Charlotte and the world right now. First big one, the 2020 Summer Olympic Games are officially being moved to next year. The International Olympic Committee does not have a new date for the Games in Tokyo, but they say it does have to happen before summer of 2021. The Garth Brooks concert that was scheduled for May 2nd at Bank of America Stadium has been postponed. That show sold out in 90 minutes. The new date right now is June 13th, 6 weeks after the original date. Also, a new COVID-19 testing site opening at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Atrium Health will have a drive-through testing center at the ZMAX Dragway. They say people will not have to get out of their car, which decreases the risk of infecting others. The samples will be tested at Atrium Health's in-house lab, and the results, they say, can come back in as little as 24 hours.
In about 90 minutes from now, the Mecklenburg County Board of Commissioners is set to hold a special meeting to talk about the county's response to the coronavirus outbreak. Now, because of the state of emergency, this meeting will be closed to the public, but you can count on Channel 9. We will be monitoring any developments and bring you updates on our WSOC TV app and also later on Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 5 today.
Also this afternoon, Channel 9 has learned that someone who was at a conference at the Charlotte Convention Center in Uptown has now tested positive for COVID-19. Officials say that person was at the National Business Aviation Schedulers and Dispatchers Conference that was in town from March 10th to the 13th. Now, at the time of that convention, others around the country had been starting to cancel, but they did hold this one, citing the health department, saying the risk to the public at that point was low. A woman from North Carolina has been volunteering her time helping the people of Honduras, but now she says she's stuck there.
Yes, the virus in that area is just starting to increase in numbers, and her family is concerned because they say she's at high risk. Channel 9's Tina Terry is live for us right now in North Charlotte with the family's plea for help from U.S. leaders. Tina?
Yeah, Erica, right now we are standing outside of Senator Thom Tillis's North Charlotte office. A spokesperson for his office says that he has been in contact with this woman's family and is working to help bring her home safely. Now, that spokesperson says that Tillis's office has gotten dozens of calls for help from people who are stuck overseas in the midst of this COVID-19 crisis. One of those requests is from the family of Cynthia Russell. Her son sent this letter to Tillis saying that Cynthia, a North Carolinian, went to Honduras on a mission trip to help several orphanages, but the COVID-19 pandemic left her trapped in a remote area with no way to get out. All flights were canceled. Her son told Tillis that he was concerned because she's 67 years old, and that puts her at high risk for in the high-risk category if contracting COVID-19. Now, he asked Tillis to help her find a way out of that country. Now, today, via email, Tillis's office told me that they have been in direct contact with that family on the phone with her. We're working to find out more about this case and several others. We'll bring you the latest tonight at 5 on Channel 9. Back to you at the desk.
All right, Tina, hopefully Tillis's office is able to help her get back home. Thank you. The outbreak is getting worse in most places around the world, but the numbers are increasing the most right now across Europe and here in the U.S. In fact, cases accounting for 85% of new cases across Europe and the U.S., and that is according to the World Health Organization. Yesterday, the U.S. had more than 10,000 new cases reported. In Europe, Spain has the largest spike in cases right now with more than 6,000 and also 500 deaths. So many deaths that an ice rink in Madrid was turned into a temporary morgue. Now, while the cases are increasing across Europe and the U.S., China is starting to see somewhat of a decline. Officials saying they soon plan to end a 2-month lockdown in a province, Wuhan, where that is located, and that is where the first cases of coronavirus were reported.
Well, you've probably been to the grocery store. You know, the basics are really hard to get a hold of. Even finding something like a thermometer can be a challenge. Our Dave Faraday is in Morganton today with an effort to make sure families who need one can get a thermometer to see if they have a temperature, and if so, how bad. Dave?
Scott, if you look behind me, you can see where employees here at Mountain View Elementary are lined up right out in front of the school to pass out both breakfasts and lunches to families in the Morganton area. Also included with those meals now are free thermometers. Take a look at some of this video that we shot this morning. The Burke County Medical Society and Carolina's healthcare system, Blue Ridge, have teamed up to offer the free thermometers. 8 different schools that are also food distribution sites will be passing out the thermometers over the next week. Local doctors applaud the effort, saying a person's temperature is one of the symptoms for COVID-19. We also spotted the school district out this morning sending some of the buses out to deliver meals north of Morganton.
They're doing a lot to help out there through all this, so everything is very appreciated.
Appreciate them being out here, period. Just feeding the kids and helping them out.
And some of the parents are telling us they can't find thermometers right now in the Morganton area. We're also being told, Scott, that they're going to be offering these free thermometers over at the health department. It'll be over the next week that they'll be distributing them at the other schools here in Burke County. Back to you.
Yeah, Dave, so many things that we took for granted, there being a bunch of them, have been hard to find the past couple of weeks. Thank you. Let's take a look at stocks right now. This is a look at the big board on Wall Street. You can see the Dow up 1,627 points. It went 1,200 upward to start the day, and now it's 1631. A lot of this because Congress is getting closer to a deal on a stimulus plan, and those investors trying to find the bottom of the stock market because stocks are incredibly cheap, and hoping that they can buy in and things will start to rebound as we recover from this. So many people are certainly buying with that hope today. Right now, the Senate appears to be on the cusp of passing that stimulus plan that would send, among other things, a check to you and your family.
Yes, it had stalled for days now, but as Jacqueline Fell explains, now it looks like it's closer to a done deal.
The U.S. Senate has been negotiating day and night, unable to agree on a plan moving forward until now. Both parties are expressing optimism, but also acknowledging time isn't on their side.
This is a national crisis. It's the most serious threat to Americans' health in over a century, and quite likely the greatest risk to America's jobs and prosperity that we've seen since the Great Depression.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says progress was made late last night during negotiations with the U.S. Treasury Secretary on the stimulus package, and that a vote is likely to happen later today. The deal calls for direct payments to Americans. Many adults would get $1,200 each, and children $500 each. Higher incomes would see smaller checks. The plan also aims to provide relief for the airline industry, beef up unemployment benefits, as well as money for hospitals. Democrats have objected to the emergency plan twice, saying it was favoring corporations and big businesses over American workers.